What's up, guys, gals, and Book Nook pals? Let's pluck the bunny with another Book Nook unboxing, and today we're taking a look at the Wisdom Rings book repository. Now, Rofuntime does say that this is an exclusive to them, but you can find versions of this all over the internet. Full disclosure, this came from one of those other locations. It may just be a bulk reseller. It may not be the actual version, but for the price, I just couldn't beat it where I got it from. So I will put a link to the official listing in the comments. You'll notice my setup just a tiny bit different now. Instead of having my X-Acto knife here and my B7000 here, you'll notice I have my little desk turret. This is a cool little 3D module thing I printed out and customized it for my edge marker, my B7000, and my Nova hobby blade. That's my cool little assistant now that keeps me going. So this is a really cool Book Nook in that it's a domed front with doors that opened up. Some of the purists might again see this as a diversion from what a Book Nook is. It isn't an alley that draws you in, but it's different. And these are more art pieces for me, display pieces, than they are items to go between books on a bookshelf. But that's just me personally. So for some of you, this may appeal as Book Nook. For some of you, this may appeal to you, but not as a Book Nook. And for some of you, it may not appeal at all. I mean, and that's really the beauty of this hobby, is there's a lot of variation out there. I mean, I definitely unboxed and reviewed a couple of these that I didn't love myself. But, you know, here we are. So, plain white box. And I'm trying to think back to the other Rofuntime one I did, trying to remember the branding on the box and stuff. But, opening it up right off the bat, we have a little plastic tree here. And I will say, as far as the small trees that come in boxes, I will say that I do like this one. I mean, it is very clearly plastic. You can even see flashing. You know, I'm going to turn on the overhead light. You can see some flashing. Oh. You can see some flashing right here on the end. But overall, it's pretty solid. And the leaves stay on. And you got a decent, dense foliage. I was kind of worried about how this was going to look based on the pictures, but I'm kind of happy with it. A couple pieces of acrylic here. So it looks like we got some acrylic staircases. I saw a really cool one recently where someone took the acrylic staircases, I think it was Abbey Library, though it may have been Beyond Library, and they replaced them all with custom furniture they had made with stained toothpicks, and I thought that was really cool. I guess it helps if I actually use my holder. Not sure what these little ridge pieces will do, if they're brackets or what. You can also hear my dog barking upstairs because he wants a treat. So we're going to pause right here. God damn it, Fry. And we're back. So I think this is probably going to be the top piece based on the overall shape. I don't think it's going to be the front. Though I am curious as to... Oh, okay, here we go. So... seems like the... Okay, so I take that last statement back. Looks like these are going to be our doors. And they seem to have just popped out of their cases. Now, my other dog is barking. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. All right, we have a sticker acrylic sheet here. Good detail on the book covers. And some edge pieces here. These might be, I'm guessing, based on the structure of that door, I'm guessing these stickers are going to fold over the outside edge, the inside edge rather, of that door. This is in a decal sheet, so shouldn't require too much work. I'm only getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only got 20 books. Not a lot of book covers to make for a library, which is nice. Be careful, you're going to get some tree pieces here, and only a moderate level of smell from the books. I'm sorry, not from the books, from the pieces. So we have here, oh, all right, a couple surprises here. This is no surprise to anyone. Away it goes. We have a black set of tweezers, though I believe these are a little thinner. So, yeah, so these are the, like, light models of these, but they do come in black, which is cool. And then we have the LEDs in here, which are three regular LEDs and 2 LED rings, which I guess makes sense because of the rounder shape of the book Nook. I absolutely hate these covers. Let's take a look though. Let's see if our LEDs work. Just remember, guys, before you start a build and you invest all this time and wire all these wires in, please make sure you're testing your LEDs. Ooh, okay, so we got some cool, we got some warm, and some cool, like straight up LEDs. So nice little lighting package there, something a little different, which isn't always nice and refreshing. Let's put these back where they belong. Okay, let's get into the actual book Nooks. No, I'm sorry, I skipped the instruction manual. Where are my manners? So, we got our Cute Bee style manual. I'm always going to refer to this as the Cute Bee style. It's similar fonts, layout. All right. Based on this, looks like we got all of our pieces, which is good. I always like the ones that give you the layouts of all the runners. Runners, not the right word. All the sheets, all the boards. And yeah, this is, you know, pretty straightforward. Fully rendered colors on here, guys. A little bit dark, but what I like here is, even though it's using rendered photos, which can sometimes get a little blurry, they're big. They're big enough and blown up so you can clearly see where things are going, and they do a little bit, it's kind of hard to see, but they do a little bit of edge highlighting around the holes so it's easier to figure where pieces go. Most of the stuff is pretty straightforward, nice and easy. I do not like layered builds like this. That's just a personal thing. I think they never come out quite, I think they never come up quite lined up enough. I think there's always like, half a millimeter each direction, and they end up coming out sloppy looking. That's just me. But all in all, pretty straightforward. I kind of appreciate that there's not a lot of just a million freestanding books here. I feel like they don't always add much. I am one for the hidden details in book Nooks that no one gets to see except for you. I do think that the books themselves are sometimes not my favorite versions of those kinds of hidden details. So let's get into it. Remember, when you're doing your cuts, I like to do diagonal cuts along the top like that. You don't want to accidentally slide your knife blade in between and scratch up your pieces. That would be bad. All right, let's read our little poem on the outside of our definitely not AI enhanced photo. In books lies the soul of the whole past time. Yeah, that's weird. The articulate, audible voice of the past. What? Sure. In books, all of time is encapsulated in books. Still, it's a pretty good-looking image on the outside. And when I'm... Oh, sorry, guys. So they have very small attachment points, which is good from a construction perspective, because that means that you have to do less finishing work. But from an unboxer perspective, it is a little frustrating. But what I'm seeing right off the bat that I really like, or go over this overhead again, what I'm seeing that I really like is that this art style is incredibly consistent among the different pieces. So a lot of times with book Nooks, you will see very disjointed art styles, especially from the side panels to the inside. Now, these do appear to be the two sides and the back, but it's very consistent I'm not seeing any typos so far, and everything looks really consistent. And I'm loving the double-sided printing because this does appear to be a single wall construction. A single wall construction meaning the elements are going to go directly on the outside wall, as opposed to something like an Anavrin kit where all the pieces go on the inside wall, and there's a gap where the wires run, and then the outside wall forming a shell around that. But beautiful double-sided printing here. This is probably going to be our top piece with a diffuser for the LED light, which I'm sure will attach right here. And based on this, it's looking like we have the no printing index system. So again, if you've watched my videos before, you'll know there are two primary ways in which the manufacturers show us where to attach things. One is going to be the laser will etch the outline of the piece into the side. The other is they will leave a spot with no art, like a bare spot, like here, for the piece to attach to. Some, if you're incredibly lucky, will give you both. It seems like they went with option 2 here. Cool little marble work here, as well as a parquet floor. Some cool detailing on the windows here. There's this Shea lounge that I'm not looking forward to, or this lounge that I'm not looking forward to, in a pretty skinny looking column. You know what, that actually might not be the top, because this looks like it's going to be the top. Getting that odor a little more as we open it up. Some neat vases, a little statue here. If you're into 3D printing, this might be an opportunity for 3D printing. This is where the touch sensor would go if you're a touch sensor person. I am not. So this, if you notice down here, you'll see there's like different steps up, and there's also your intermediate level, which is why it looks like there's a couple ground pieces and a couple ceiling pieces. Because there's 2 floors and there's 2 ceilings. Again, some nice marble work. This is our book stand here. You can feel the printing on here. That's a good amount of printing. That's probably why I'm getting hit with that aroma. All right, lots of beautiful, I guess, so we got some marble stairs here. I do like how they are going for some textural effects here, and it does appear that they are going as realistic as possible. The light effect on these columns almost gives me a photoreal attempt, like that feel, but it's not quite there, especially with these books. They don't quite give photorealistic to me. And then just more of the same. So this is an architectural build. This is not a book nook that requires acrylic markers. This is going to be glue, sandpaper, a brown furniture marker, not even a gray one, and your hands. And this is a little different in terms of shape. This is architectural, like I said. This is angles. This is curves. This is finesse. I really don't see a lot of things I want to do with this book nook other than build it. I picked this one myself because it just was so different, and I kind of really wanted to work on it. There's another one that's a complete circle, like a flat, like a circle that I really want to take a look at also, and hopefully that'll be coming soon. But yeah, this is the Wisdom Rings book repository or book or library by Rofuntime. Like I said, this may not be the Rofuntime version, so your mileage may vary, as they say, but for the price, I felt this was worth the risk. So if you like these videos, please like, please subscribe, please put in the comments what kits you would like me to unbox that you're thinking of buying and you want to know. Also going to start hopefully doing reviews of the book nooks as I finish them. So until then, good looking, good nooking. It's Pluck the Bunny. Have a nice day.